Hello. Good afternoon. It is 2:40 on the East. I have some special guests with me. They're sitting right behind me. Which one is crippled? I wonder if you can tell. Not the guy with the mustache. It is Whiskey's. It is I. I'm hanging out here with two vital members, one and a half, of JTF13. That guy I always talk shit about, his name's Legs. That turd. I actually even have a microphone. Just jump up right there and talk on it there, Legs. Yeah. That was a joke. Here, let's do this.
I see what you did there.
Give it a second, and then it'll work. So we're in the studio live. Yes, it's a studio now because I have another person talking. And would you know, he's already fucking it up like he does everything else. So they're in town to watch the air show. I'm going to get on Discord and tell these fuckers to tune in. I should have some music going on. Oh, shit. I don't even know what weeb means. I just love hearing the sound of my voice when I talk to nobody. But we have somebody on the stream right now. Hello, YouTuber. Let's talk to these dorks. Let's see how many people we can get in. That's what she said. I need some music in the background. Hey, Google, play my top songs playlist. Where is General? I love that. He hates Google, by the way. Who the fuck pinged me? Hey, Google, shuffle this. Not sure if you hear that. I doubt it because my mics are that good. Anyway, so here we are. Let's do story time. You guys can get closer if you want, or not. Just sit on the casting couch. So, Mr. Legs here works for the government. He works for immigration. It's all his fault. It's all his fault. Actually, he's the anti-immigration. Fucking racist. Introduce yourself.
All right, I'm going to assume that this
I can't hear you. It's because you're talking like a bitch.
Whoa, can you hear me now?
Unfortunately, much better. Yet
right,
much worse.
I am Whiskey's favorite person in the world. Because I go by the call sign Legs. I am here with two of my good buddies. Mr. Whoops.
Hoopsie.
Here with us as well. I'm waiting for my jumping off cue.
Why? Are you nervous? You know you're broadcasting for this many people right now, so it's okay. But I'm going to post it for later.
How many do you have?
Your favorite hand motion.
Thanks. Appreciate it. We'll come back to it here in a second.
God, I look great.
You're looking good.
What are we up to? 77 followers, and I cannot believe I have all this. It's crazy. Hurry, hurry. I think that's Tortree in here right now. What's up, dude? So I got a couple of my dudes here from my flying organization. The legendary Legs is the one who shot me down twice.
Well, I was watching him too.
Yeah.
Stupid fuck.
It was glorious. It was. I'm actually.
Smoking a J, something I've never done before, and maybe I will in 2 to 5 years. Also, why haven't you guys told me how great my hair looks? Margaret!
Maybe because we don't have hair.
Margaret!
We can't relate.
What on earth? Yep. Just hanging out, talking to some cool dudes and Legs. You guys will actually get to see first-rate, like, shit talk. I don't know, but thank you. Normally I zoom in on myself so I can look at myself better, but I gotta show these guys too. So, Legs back there, why don't you tell us a story about the first time you shot me down?
I remember the second time. I remember the first time. So that's on you, brother.
He's shy.
So the first time that I had the
You sound really good, by the way. I'm not. You sound pretty good.
thanks. The first
Yes, I
time
equalize.
the first time that I had the sort of pleasurable misfortune of shooting Mr. Whiskey's down, my memory's a little fuzzy on it. However, I'm pretty sure it was an AIM-120. I was in a Hornet. He was in a bit of a furball, and
A bit.
hey man, I don't remember the intricacies of that event. However, I wanted to help because I wanted to help and be a good friend. Now, me and all of my infinite wisdom, I probably didn't use my radar. And I said, all right, Fox 3, and it just kind of went. And
Don't shoot Legs. We're furballing. Roger that. Fox 3.
yeah, the missile was kind of just like, ooh, shiny. And I looked over and I saw my BDA window come up and it said JTF13 Whiskeys killed. And as soon as I saw that come up, I said, oh, fuck.
And then he probably heard some expletives from somebody who's in.
And yeah, I immediately started profusely apologizing to Mr. Whiskeys as he continued to berate me, which was very much
Talking to the mic, dipshit.
was very much deserved. But as we moved on from that one, the second time was a lot more memorable.
Let me set this up, chat. Okay, so I makes my blood boil just to think about this story, let alone talk about it and listen to the jackass who actually shot me down. Hold on. Sorry, I had to type something. So, have you ever had one of those missions where Legs looks like a sleeper build? I bet he could bench press me. No. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Easily. Because his legs suck. So he has to have strong, he's got to compensate somewhere. It's not in his penis that doesn't work. Like they didn't bless him down there too. I don't even know penises could have cerebral palsy. I guess it just affects half of your body. Anyway, yeah, he's kind of yoked from the belly button up. Even his belly button's weird. Don't ask me how I know that. Anyway, we're flying along. You just have these missions where you start up nice. You're trying to have immersion. It's awesome. It's like a 2-hour mission. You tank there. You have an awesome comms, and you get some kills, and you don't die yet. do some really good ground strafing. But this time I was in a Tomcat, I think. You would know. I was in your HUD. I'm coming back, low fuel, low state, lined up. Then an F5 out of fucking nowhere shows up. And GCI calls it, he's on you, Whisk. I'm like, oh, cool.
GCI,
yep.
I saw him coming right on you. I'm like, you got 180, clean up, engage.
I
saw an F5 coming right at him from behind.
I need to get another condenser mic for these two. So, yeah, I flip a bitch as per usual, because I like to flip bitches. Ask your mom. And I'm getting some losing signals, and then finally, yep, we're just 180 from each other, and I'm pulling hard. Again, ask your mom. And in comes Legs. Out of nowhere. Hey, Whiskey, you need help? That's not a Beavis impression, that's a Legs impression. Anyway. Hello, greatest of all time. Good to see you again, my brother. And he said, oh, yeah, okay. And then next thing I know, I'm a fucking fireball. Legs?
So
let's hear it from your vantage point.
I was, I believe, starting up an aircraft at a local airfield. Overheard comms from my local AWACS, noting that there were some enemy fighters that were close by. And I said, okay, well, I tugged my nuts and said, I'm going to go help Mr. Whiskey because he's my best friend and I didn't want to see him die.
Give your nuts a tug.
So I just kind of eyeballed it where he was, and I said, okay. So I took off, and I flew out there, and I said, all right, well, I kind of know a general idea of where they're at and who was who, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. That's exactly what you want to do when you have the name 9.
Well, thinking back on it, I'm pretty sure I had full situational awareness using data link and everything, so I knew who was who.
But did you?
Well, so I figured
Does
that...
Legs ever have full situational awareness?
So I figured that if I closed the envelope and I got close, it was going to maximize my ability to assist in the situation and kill the F5 instead of Whiskey's and make sure that he didn't get...
You and I have a different opinion of assist the situation.
So I proceed to get behind both of them. And I believe I used my Hemkiss at the time to try to acquire the lock. Now, this was unbeknownst to me, really. I thought the heater was going to take the priority target from the Hemkiss and not deviate. However, that wasn't the case. And as soon as I fired the heater, actually, no, let me backtrack just a little bit. Whiskey's had mentioned to me, what was your line?
Oh, yeah. My favorite part of the story. Legs, do not shoot me down again. I got this. Do not shoot. I got this.
Roger. Okay, Fox 2.
Roger, Fox 2.
And the heater had a mind of its own at that point. And
Legs, which has bigger engines than an F5?
Anything else, basically?
What has really, really big engines?
F14.
Good boy. Good boy.
I think that's what you were in.
Was.
And yeah. And so the heater said, hey, look, a bigger engine. I'm going to go get that. And it hit him. And yeah, basically. And
it murdered me.
So the kill window comes up again and my peripherals to my right. And I looked over, JTF13 Whiskey's killed in red. And I said, oh, fuck. So, yeah.
And then expletive, expletive, expletive.
Several expletives later, followed by profuse apologies with a lot of laughter.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was really, really sorry. I really was, and I still am. But
I'm trying to go to sleep. It's like 1 a.m. My phone keeps going off because I have Discord. For some reason, he's not muted. Seriously, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I'm like, I know, dude. Can I go to sleep now? Please? Actually, I was probably jerking off, knowing me. But anyway, continue.
And that was the conclusion of that story. I learned a valuable lesson that day, not to fire a Fox 2 into a furball. Yeah.
All right, so you haven't hit me with the Fox 1. Do not hit me with the Fox 1.
No promises.
So the origin story of the legs call sign. You don't remember? You're not reminded of it every day you look down as you hobble to your crutches? All right, so check this shit out. My turn. So this fucking guy, I'm kind of a shit talker. Dude, that's not even, that's an understatement.
That's putting it lightly.
So I talk shit every now and then in our Discord. This new fucking guy comes in. And come on, guys. Yeah, I have cerebral palsy, but I just want to be treated like everybody else. I've been in the Navy for 20 years. I've been on ships. I've been in radar rooms and towers. What do you think air traffic controllers do? All they do is talk shit to each other. And I gave him fair warning. Legs, don't say that to me, because you know I will. And I think it was along the lines of like, bring it on, bitch, or something like that. And I was like, roger that. And I haven't stopped since. Even today, he got dropped off in the Uber because he obviously can't drive. I'm kidding. He has a fucking a Ford Bronco. He's taking his time to get out of the car, and I'm yelling at him. Of course, it's in my driveway. You should have saw the look on the Uber driver's face, by the way. I thought he was going to get out of the car and shoot me. Anyway. Yeah, something along the lines of, hurry the fuck up, Legs. Now, at the Dayton Air Museum, that was
legendary.
I think Rob should tell this story. First of all, if everybody's just joining, I have two of my best friends with me.
Everybody?
Oh, God, I feel bad for saying that in front of Legs. Anyway, put it this way. If JTF13 had a Special Olympics division, he would be the mascot. Anyway.
Champion, man.
So, yeah, Rob Woosby, he's our recruiting officer. Long-time JTF member. Legs too. Leg, you've been in 3 years?
Yeah, you were in longer than I was. Yeah. Not sure by how much, though.
And Rob Whoopsie, also the CEO of our VF103 unit. Also a guy, I don't think anybody knows anything more about VF103 history or the F-14. Seriously.
Well, the back seat would be ARC, yeah, but front seat, I'm pretty sure no one in JTF knows more.
And he has a pretty cool half handlebar mustache. So you know he's
And
good.
I shaved my head thanks to him, by the way.
Yep. We'll tell that story later. That's a great story.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time.
Also, real quick, did you know that a week-long hangover is a real thing? It's a real thing. Anyway.
Yep. All right.
You were going to tell a story.
Yes. Although it flew away, so you have to remind me which story, because
The,
there's so many.
Slow cripple story.
The museum story.
The museum. Ah, yes, yes.
Legs just has his head down. He's like, the museum.
Yeah, this is gonna be great because I'm gonna be destroying his self-esteem, which is always a pleasurable experience for me.
Oh, yes.
So,
yes.
we were over at the first annual meetup for JTF13 over in Dayton, Ohio, around summer of what was it, 22?
22.
No,
22.
no, it wasn't 20.
22.
Yeah, it was 22. Yeah.
Sorry, I forget you guys can't actually hear the stream. You just hear me over here. My bad.
So,
Whisper stuff.
one of the main events was us going to the National Museum of the Air Force, check some things out. I mean, I got to knock off some bucket list items, which were amazing. So, but Legs was with me. So, we get it as close as we can, then we start walking. And everyone's ahead of us, obviously. I stay with Legs. And then all of a sudden, I just see Whiskey's turn around, and he goes, Legs, hurry the fuck up. You're the slowest cripple I know. We're all laughing, right? And this poor lady across the street she was looking and then looking away, and she's desperately trying not to laugh. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, lady, let it out. It's hilarious.
He says that a lot.
So, that lady was like partially mortified, trying not to laugh. It was really funny. So
kind of looked like she needed to take a shit. That's just get the visual. Just like when you're partially mortified and you want to laugh. Like when I look at my penis. It's kind of like when I look at my penis.
Yeah, that little, nervous kind of a laugh kind of, deal.
I thought you were going to go a different way with the little. All right, Whiskey Stream. It's 3 o'clock on the East. I got my two besties here with me from JTF13. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I should come with a warning label. I don't. Trust me, people have asked. If you like what you see, feel free to give me a follow or subscribe or just tell me go fuck myself. I can't really claim that. That's like a Crash Laobe thing. I'm a big fan of his.
Me too.
So... the great thing about so should I buy the F-18C and grind learning it? Smooth is telling me, but I don't know. It depends on your level of study sim you like. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, the 18 is a great platform to start off with, especially in terms of a full simulation, because you're dealing with, full flight characteristics, everything. But it's also very, very forgiving. So it's a great beginner's platform.
What do you think, Legs?
Yeah, and if I can add to that, I when I initially joined JTF13, I started in the Hornet, and that's always kind of been my bread and butter. I can attest to the studyability of it, and it really is a module that will really get you to think. If you can learn the systems in the 18 and get comfortable with the systems, such as the sensors and the different weapons, as you learn other aircraft and you transition to other platforms, everything else will kind of really oh, well, I understand how the system works. Maybe it'll work the same. I think the best comparison would probably be, the F-16. If you were to go to the 16 from the 18, there's a lot of system similarities there. With the exception of a few different weapons, systems are a lot of the same. So, but if you can grasp the complexities of the systems in the 18, everything else will kind of come to you with ease. So, I can definitely recommend it.
Okay, so thank you for that diatribe. All valid. I think what's great about the F-18 is it's a beauty to fly. It's not difficult. It's one of the easiest to dogfight. Learn the corner speed, and you can two-circle with the best of them. Well, you used to be able to. But you don't have to know all the systems and all the weapons. Like, you can just land on the boat. You can work on that. They got really good training missions. Well, I think they're good. Eagle Dynamics is straight butt right now, but the training missions are pretty good. It's got a tail hook. got folding wings, but it doesn't have variable geometry swept wings. So therefore, I'm out. Those of you who... Nah, never mind. We want to go there. So do you want the Navy? Do you want to fly a jet? Get an F-18. Do you want Navy and fly the most majestic beast ever with more simplified systems, but the aircraft will kill you if you are not nice to it? Get the F-14. Dude, the F-14, like, is the best module. Bar fucking none. It is a beautiful aircraft.
Yeah, and I'll add that too.
You actually have to talk.
Yeah, and I'll add to that too. But the F-14 is a totally different animal. So, as an example, if you're like, pulling in a dogfight, things like that, it's not as simple as like, oh, I want to roll right. I'll use right side stick. It doesn't work that way. The 14 will then start kicking to the left, and all sorts of bad things will start to happen. That's where you actually have to use right rudder, and then you'll start the roll over. You'll start the roll in your spoilers. The 18 doesn't have that problem. The Viper doesn't have that problem. That's because, they have digital flight control systems. The 14 is completely analog, and it's essentially a pilot's plane. You tell it to do something, it'll go, yep, I'm doing it, whether or not you rip the wings off. So it has a personality in terms of flying it, but once you figure it out and then you're able to, pull in a dogfight, there is just nothing more majestic. There is nothing more satisfying than being able to just use that bird.
Actually, yeah, it's quite true. It's Now, Dust Devil does bring up an excellent point. By the way, hi Dust Devil, thanks for coming back. The F-6, well, the Phantom is also a pilot's jet. Yeah, absolutely. The F-16, though, I actually didn't fully respect the F-16 until I actually took the time to learn it. And then I tried going back to the F-18 maybe, 6 months later. And I was almost lost. It just feels clunky next to the 16. Like, they really got it right with the HOTAS and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's my take on the 16. It's an amazing jet. I was a Navy guy. I went to the F-16 squadron and spent more money. I got one of those force feedback sticks things from WinWing. Bro.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to mine once I get it too. I actually pulled the trigger on the Moza. So,
dude, yeah, we gotta find out
that.
what that is.
I'm just curious to see how it's gonna work with the verbal extension I've got. But just in case, I also picked up their Z-Access module, which is essentially their extension. But I want to see what it's gonna do and how it performs. But apparently, what sold me on it, I think Tricker mentioned this in his review of it on YouTube, and that is it'll be a regular force feedback with, like, the A10, the 14, Microsoft Flight Simulator stuff. But if you go to the 16, it'll actually lock up the stick, and now the stick operates like a 16 stick. So, yes, you'll feel it shake in your hand, but it'll fight you as well. That too. So, for example, like if you look at the stick in the 14 and you start trimming up and down, you're going to notice the stick moving up and down. The force feedback stick will move just like that when you're trimming up and down. So it'll replicate that.
I'm going to have to buy this thing. God damn it. Whoopsie.
You're welcome, sir.
You see this shit?
But the thing that sold me on it was where, again, it'll act as a normal stick, like in an 18, an A10, and all that stuff. But once you switch to the Viper,
It'll lock it, and now it operates just like the Viper stick does in real life, where there's barely any movement.
Oh, hold on. I lost you on audio.
So,
Where are you? Up and down. We're going to keep talking here while we experience technical difficulties.
happens to the best of us.
Where are you? Come here, Scarlet. Do your job. There she is. Q2U. Say something.
something.
There we go. So, yeah, I mean, what? Fuck you, Rob. Damn you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sir.
I'm going to get divorced. Anyway. The key to buying gear, if you have a significant other, is you buy them something too. So really everything you're seeing is like double the price. Because I'm an idiot, but I'm a smart, still married idiot. And I eat the pussy. That's important in a marriage, eating the pussy. Or sucking a dick if you like that. That's your thing. Hell yeah. Live scene. Let's go back to scene. Dude, setting these up, these guys saw it. It takes, like every time, you got to go into Windows, because Windows thinks it's fucking smarter than you, and it tries to reconfigure everything, and you have to go back in and figure it all out. God forbid you forget and it's swapped. What a pain in the ass. Third world problems, really. So, whoopsie, I named you. Whoopsie came in the same time as somebody else. Is that Push to Piss?
Maybe. I want to say it was like what, near the end of 2021.
I don't know dates.
Yeah.
How rude of you, Legs, just chilling on his phone, looking at porn. I heard it. The condenser mic luckily didn't pick it up. I heard it.
Yeah.
He was getting it. Anyway, we were doing, I think I was calling LSO and running tower in case ones. That's what it was.
For what? The call sign? No, sir. That was
part of it.
Well, oh no, one of my first carrier landings in
Yes.
In a collaboration, that was part of it.
He
But what
came
solidified
in-
the deal?
He was about 20 feet. It is a lot. Like 20 feet above the LA. And I'm like, wave off, wave off. And then I thought the screen glitched. You ever seen that? Have you ever seen Hot Shots where the dude lands with no wings and nothing and he just falls straight down? That is what he did in an F-14. And he somehow caught the white. Well, he landed on the white. He hovered. He just felt like a fucking rock.
I made Plob shit his pants.
Yeah.
Because he was in my back seat. Because I'm sitting there in the stack just chilling, and you give me the Charlie signal, and I have no clue what that meant at the time. And then he jumps in, and is like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." He's like, "What's the Charlie mean?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, you're cleared to go. Okay, cool." And then went in, did a garbage pattern with that landing you just told you about.
I thought that. So at that time, I was like, okay. Call signs are already going through my head. But then.
And then. So this is the one that solidified it. It was. I can name some names. I don't remember every single one who was with us, but it was you, me, Flash, Apollo. I want to say Deathicus was with us, but I'm not certain. Maybe the late great Mayo was with us. I don't
think
remember.
Legs is dreaming.
But we were on the NTTR map and we decided to do the canyon run. So it first started with me as a Mustang. We were just screwing around. And I'm being a chicken. They're all sitting there saying, get lower, get lower. And I'm like 100 feet off the water. They want me like 10 feet off the water. I didn't do it. So they're giving me crap. So I'm now flying down the strip. And then I go up to the needle. And I'm doing turns around the needle, trying to tighten it as tight as I can. Nope, got too tight, smashed it in the needle. So then I go, whoops. So that's one. That's one. Okay. So next, we all go canyon run, same canyon run, but now I'm in a 14. So we're going down the run and all that, doing our thing. And a little high, and I decided, let me cut down and I'm going to cut into a turn. Yeah, that didn't work out as planned because I was going too fast. I go to turn, I slam into the side of the hill. So once again, I go, oops. So number 2. All right. We go into a Viper. I go back into a Viper. We do it again. And there were a few like whoops, but I didn't crash or anything. But you're hearing the same word over and over and over again. So finally we make it and we all land at McCarran and I finally park. And And what happens afterwards is legend. And I quote, "Okay, you're now known as Whoopsie. Congratulations." and no arguments, no nothing. Just
like, well, you're fucking Whoopsie.
yep. And it's been that way ever
Oh,
since.
My goodness. Fucking Whoopsie.
Good times.
Oh, man, there was always something the first, I don't know, year that you were flying like, oh, shit, he's going to pull some shit. What's it going to be?
Well,
And
there's a
still
reason.
occasionally.
There's a reason why Ark is, or one Ark is my favorite Rio, and I'm his favorite stick monkey because there's always shenanigans. Always.
Even shenanigans.
Even now, it's like, well, yeah, exactly. It's like we're doing our thing in the 14 and BVR, and then all of a sudden he goes, crank right, I crank left. He's like, bro, you're on the right. I was like, I'm sorry. So, yeah, there's always something. But it's all a good time.
There's always something.
So
315 in the East, hanging with JTF's finest and legs. He's not participating at all, except for just looking dumb over there on the casting couch. Yes, they're not always black, okay? That's what she said. There's a little vulgarity in my stream, I've been told. No, I don't see it. That is what she said. Real Gaming, greatest of all time. What are you doing today? And what about you, Dusty? I'm calling you Dusty now. I got the YouTubers here. I got the Twitchers here. I'm twitching. Can't see it because I don't have the other camera on. Legs, tell us a joke.
Oh, jeez.
One time, I looked in the mirror.
You're gonna have to come back to me on that one, there, brother.
They don't call him the best color man in the league for anything, folks.
Well, what has 2 arms and no legs? My F-18.
Better than your Hilo.
Dude, F-18 is a great first one. A-10 is also great if you like ground and pound. That was my first one when this wasn't even called DCS. It was called Lomac. You're old like me. You like Russian aircraft. Russian aircraft. In Mother Russia, you know, fly aircraft. Aircraft fly you.
Yep.
It's fun and simple. That just sounds like you just described me. Except for the micro penis one. But fun and simple nonetheless. Look at Legs. He's pretending that's his penis right now. He's never felt anything that big in between his legs. He's felt other big things with his hand, but just not between his legs.
Oh.
Nope. Well, he's felt something so large before, but he just takes his glasses off, and apparently his eyeballs have cerebral palsy as well. So he needs cerebral palsy glasses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get censored for this.
Yeah,
Good thing nobody really watches this.
One of the
Dropped the soap legs.
one of the biggest questions.
Hey Q, what's up, man?
That everybody's had in the last-
I thought about doing a flight with these guys. I deferred to like a Q&A session on the casting couch with the cripple. That's Legs back there. Thank you. Whoa, I just got a bunch of messages pop on. Yeah, all the same ones.
Catching up.
I digress. I do need to jump back in DCS and start flying again. These guys fly. Well, I think Rob's always flying.
Yeah,
Aren't
I
you?
Fly daily.
Yeah, he flies daily. I used to fly daily, but then I fucked around and found out now I got 2 kids. I think that's great. Yeah, we got to convince this guy what is the best full fidelity aircraft. Or you can do, they just released what, new FC-3 aircraft? Does everybody?
The F-86.
Does everybody get those?
Well, yeah, but it's not clicky. It's
Oh.
it's not right.
Right.
Yeah,
You have more than an FC package.
Yeah, the Flaming Cliffs isn't bad, especially if you want to, jump into something I like to call brainless, and you don't have to worry about, systems, avionics, things like that, from a more complex standpoint and whatnot. But just point, shoot, and that kind of a thing. So that's always fun. But the 2024 package isn't bad. It's I don't have it yet, but I believe the F5's in there, the F86. Maybe not. No, not the MiG-21. That's not ED. But I think they're not clicky. That's the thing.
I actually really like the SUs.
No.
What I like to do is play Red Air when everybody's in the server. And fly, like, I don't know, 50 feet off the ground,
That's right,
whatever
Goat.
that is, and
Correct.
kilometers, whatever. Thing about the Su-33 and the 27, which I love, is they have this long-range missile, like a long-range heater, the 27 ET.
Oh, those things are nasty.
They have a big, thank you. They have a little cone thing on the nose. Yes, they are. Called the infrared search and track. Thank you. And I just lock people up at, like, I don't know, 20 miles, and launch the ET, and you don't get a notification. And then, of course, right before it hits, I go, surprise! Surprise butt sex! And then they die, and they go, what the
I'm telling you, man, if they come out with the F-14D with the Urst, I highly doubt a full fidelity model. I'm okay with the ED model of the Urst, to be frank with you, because imagine if they take that and in real life you're able to launch a Phoenix using that. Think about that for a second. You can lock up a target with the Urst at like 30 miles, 40 miles, whatever it is, and then you fire a frickin' Phoenix at them. Here comes a telephone pole screaming at you at like Mach 4, ready to make love to your backside.
I like that.
It's freaking great. And again, all of a sudden, surprise!
Surprise butt sex.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be a beautiful
the best
thing.
kind of butt sex. At least that's what Legs tells me. I don't know.
But
I'm not sure what he's doing over there. He's off frame.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
He's shy. He's a shy guy. We'd actually be drinking right now, number one, if I wasn't afraid of drinking. Number two, I actually have to drive some small parasites to gymnastics later. My children. Hell yeah, man. Get some, Q. Thanks for stopping in. Now with that attitude, it isn't. Ask that to my wife. Anyway. No, she'll say the same thing. You try one time and you don't ease it in like a gentleman. Like apparently even if you do use lube and you ram it, it still hurts. Who knew? That didn't really happen, just in case she's watching. That's a joke. She doesn't watch this.
Well, I was going to say, if you're talking about the backside there, Goat, you got to remember his functionality down there is limited, so he doesn't feel any pain.
Legs knows there's no pain, no gain. So anyway, he got that motto from his mom, who I fucked. The hardest part is about fucking Legs' mom is you have to remember the code to her cage. Because she's like good enough to unlock the cage from the inside, so you have to put a padlock code on it. It's very sophisticated. Very low. Yeah, very. I'm not big with these low, what is it, low key? Or that's mid? I don't know. Like, I'm old and shit. I'm sorry this isn't fun for you, Legs. Would you like to do something else? The down low? Low down. No doubt. You're not having fun? It's because you're not wearing a set of headphones. It's more fun when you can hear yourself talk. Like, even you sound good on this. Nose down, tail up. That's the way I like to fly. I guess that's like the PG nerd way of saying shit. Anyway, it is 3:25 on the east. I think we're going to take a little break. And by little break, it's going to be a mid, like a decent sized break. I might be later. No, we're doing stuff later. Not that.
I'm scared.
No,
He
he's not.
should be.
No, he's not.
Should be
He's
scared.
ready. He's ready.
Never mind. I guess I'm ready.
Dude, that's another story for another stream. I'm afraid to drink now because Canada. I told you guys I was going to Canada to fuck a moose. Didn't find a moose. Found a lot of beer and alcohol and lost my sobriety. I found it at Buffalo Airport. And I was in severe pain for the next week. I'm not even joking. I can't even make that shit up. It was suffering. So I'm afraid to be hungover because evidently when you turn 40-something, hangovers are like a real thing. Like, fuck you, body. That's it. So yeah, I'll probably drink later. Anyway, thank you to my guests, the WUSP, the venerable CEO of 103 and our recruiting officer. If you are interested in joining JTF13, please come give us a look. Look at that, Legs getting some love. Look at that. I like how he squints with his fucking Coke bottle glasses.
And I still can't see.
I think you need bigger glasses. He's bored.
I'm not.
This is my life. Entertaining a cripple. We got viewers and we're live and I sound like a broadcaster and but I am really tired. Okay, and there you have. Give Legs a joystick to play with. I have plenty. Don't play like that. This is about to be like X-rated. No, don't actually do... Oh, my goodness. I thought he was going somewhere else with that. It is a German joystick, by the way. All right, guys. Well, I'm glad you guys hung out with me today. We're going to go... I don't know. I don't fucking know. I never know. And then, yeah, that'll do it for me. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Legs.
Yep, you're welcome.
Legs really is good, dude. I just never say it around him because fuck Legs. And fuck VR while we're at it. Would you guys like to have any parting shots? No? No parting words? Nothing. Okay.
All right, guys. Get y'all later.
All right. Talk to y'all later. Okay, bye.